What's up for discussion?
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Maglubiet.
You know Maglubiet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goonless as the rest of them. Maglubiet's looked out for me since I was knee-high to a walk pup. Bollocks to this absolute, I say, and bollocks to you and all.
I should speak up.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave. You managed to talk your way in. No easy feat. Keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched. Best keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched. Best keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
You not supposed to be here. Leave!
Do we have to spend so long poking about?
Who? What in the hells are you?
They're coming. They're coming.
No. Someone's coming. And someone else wants us to know.
They are coming. You are coming.
Seems simple enough.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. It feels like you're warring with 10 people for the blade. With another hard yank, the weapon slips free from the stone. You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision, your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy. Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi. Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? A common phenomenon in the Underdark, I'm afraid. Could I ask what you were searching for to begin with? You were infected by an illicit tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omeluum!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illicit tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No cell morphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Gale, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps. But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
As Omeluum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. No, it appears appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma. It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination. A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion. Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava. A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timisk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timisks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric. The southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move.
May your travels be safe and swift.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it. I need a quick word. What is the creature?
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
Her violent vision grips you. Duergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Duergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Duergar invaders? We can manage that. Better than picking this fight, surely.
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Duergar.
The Duergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song. An illusion comes over you, a Duergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision, a wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the Circle a service. We will await word. We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Don't worry. I wouldn't hesitate.
You may not. The spores hear only the Circle. They dance to no other harmony.
Got someone sneaking up on us.
What's this? Got ourselves an infiltrator. You move pretty quietly. Not quietly enough for my liking, though. Noise gets you eaten down here. Reckon I'll hush you before something hungry comes along.
His gnarled fist grips an axe.
Fine. I'll let you live. But spoil my hunt, and you're dead. Told you. Hunting. Slave ran away. Took Sergeant Thrin's boots. Gotta kill the slave and fetch back the leather. Or the bosses in Moonrise will have Thrin's hide. Sergeant told me to. Besides, we're talking about a slave. A bleeding heart, are you? Reckon I'll just roast and eat it.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
hurts. Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me? Down here? Tends to be. But I'm nearly good to get on my feet. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts. Coles garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me. Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Duergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake. Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual.
The briefest hesitation, but enough. She's lying.
But our work pays well. Help my clan and we'll make it worth your while, I swear. Fine. It's complicated, but my clan has trouble back in the city. A blood feud. We were searching for something to turn the tide. That's all I can say. But it's worth a lot to us. Understand? Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Duergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
It greets you with a harrowing elegy, cheerless as the new moon. The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Duergar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spaw shows you a drow striding among myconid dead.
Nere. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
Do you see? Indulge one demand and it only breeds another.
I ask a boon, and will give one in return. The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
What are you doing on Gek's raft? orders, Gek. Who are you?
Well, I'll be. You got them? The sergeant's been whining non-stop. What about Gek? Where's he at? More like avoiding the sergeant, I reckon. Come on, let's get you to shore. You're the one telling the sergeant what happened. The rest of you, keep patrolling. I'll be heading back with this one.
You continue forward in silence until the lights of a camp twinkle through the murk.
Sideways. We've got a welcoming party.
You shithead! Time you showed up. We got trouble.
Spit it out! Sergeant finally choked on True Soul Nere's prick.
Rugno! The twat soul caused a rockfall. Trapped tighter than a ring on a fat finger.
You're shitting me. You pay up?
That's the trouble. He's got the gold on him. Sergeant's arm is falling off with all the gnome slaves she's been beating. Who's the hoon, Greyman? Another slave for the dig?
I am Lae'zel, daughter of Gith, defender of Vlaakith. And I am no slave.
Oh, that one's feisty. Thrin's gonna knock the snot right out of her. That's so.
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Duergar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be. You ain't shitting. Felt the tingle. Your twat-soul chum owes us a load of coin. You want through? Make a donation. Unclog your hole. Just shitting around. But I'm warning you. That twat soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
As for the gnome slaves, pay no heed. A bleeding heart is an unnecessary burden.
Stick shit!
It's stick pit, you piss pot.
That's what I said! Stick shit! Shit! You got one of Nere's moon lanterns, Zharg? Pixie lamps. If you're headed to Moonrise, you won't last without it.
Toplands are clogged with the Death Dark. Choke you in no time.
You daft? It's there in the name. Shadows up there black as the lower dark. A few sniffs could fell an ogre.
Sounds like the Shadow Curse. We must be getting closer to Moonrise.
Perhaps we should seek out this Nere while we can, though.
You stare into the eye. Your reflection stares back. The longer you stare, the more uneasy you feel. There is a presence. You are seen. Your consciousness surges into the orb. First, there is blackness. Then, a pair of unblinking red eyes. Pain grips your skull as the eyes stare into you. Then, look away. The connection is broken.
Move it!
Distracting the slaves. They run, you're dead. You stop digging again!
Faster! Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Not the most sophisticated way of getting what you want from someone, is it?
You're the one Greymon mentioned. Heard you killed that thieving gnome. Where's my boots? Then go get them. Poorly, obviously. Tunnel collapsed on a true soul. Absolute's going to eat my liver. Now move! I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories, just an echo of scars that never healed.
A true soul, eh? Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnel's collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads.
It is Nere's head that concerns us.
Place is older than bone dust. Previous tenants left a trap. Dropped a shit ton of metal once we dug a ways in. Get Nere out, and you'll have the Absolute's blessing. No doubting that. Entrance to an ancient temple. General's orders, Nere said. Must contain something important. He got me to recruit non-believers. But not everyone's seeing the Absolute's truth. They don't get paid soon. I'll have a riot on my hands. Not a one. Unless you count tacking aboleth fangs to my whipping cane. Thought you would. True souls don't abandon their own.
Didn't you hear? Do I need to rip the extra flesh off your ears? Faster!
The gnomes speak in soft whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
We'll never get through. We need that smoke powder.
Philomeen's gone, and if she's smart, she won't be coming back.
Tell the sergeant where she went. Baldur still trapped with that maniac Nere.
Forget the smoke powder. They kill Phil on the spot. I won't let you do it.
Praise Iron Hand. Larida, Our prayers are answered! Sir, our friends are trapped in the cave-in. And I know a way to get them out.
Bug, please. True Soul Nere will... You know what he'll do.
Young Bug, don't!
I've got no choice, Larida. We have to chance it. A few days back, there was a scene. Our friend Philomeen, she's a sapper, set off a blast and ran off. We set a spot for hiding if someone found trouble. I'll mark your map. If Philomeen made it, you'll find her there. She'll have the stuff to blow that tunnel wide open and get Beldron and the rest out.
Please don't hurt my Phil. I beg you.
Hurry! Our people won't last in that cave-in forever.
Unless you're here to kick some stiffs lakeside, I suggest you bugger off. Nah, rockfall smashed them. Can't have them stinking up the place. The half that weren't crushed are digging the true soul out of the wreckage.
Can't keep me out. Open up.
Hold it! I swear to Iron Hand. One more step and a blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder, but the scent is acrid, as if contaminated somehow. Or much, much more concentrated.
Easy now. Let's not do anything hilarious.
Shut your mouth, Hoon, or I'll shut you down. Damn right, Fecker. Now shut your face before I melt it clean off. I know what you are. One of Nere's cult goons. Sailed right in. Better to die in this shit-heap than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me. Larida. Ruddy mind games. I know all about your tricks, true soul. Shit. I can't do it. Go on. Drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer. You want to waste rune powder on... Look, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Any true Iron Hand would trade their life for a grain of this stuff. It's the whole damn reason we're here, and I'm not leaving without it. But let me go. Maybe I'll spare you a vial. A barrel of this could light up the Underdark. A vial is plenty. Just let me go my way.
rune powder is gnomish folklore, an explosive of awesome power handed down to the gnomes by their war god, Gerdel Ironhand, a formula so dangerous it was stricken from history, if it ever existed to begin with.
We've heard the same ones, I bet. A fistful of fire that can turn cities to dust. Well, it's real. And I need to bring it back to Baldur's Gate. I'd rather my clan were with me, but the mission comes first. A vial's what I can spare you. Listen, you see Larida at the dig? Tell her I'm dead, impaled, half-eaten. I don't care. Make up a story.
Nothing says true love like faking your own death to avoid someone.
Beloved? I might have been hers. She sure as hell wasn't mine. I'm getting the rune powder back to Baldur's Gate. Alone.
Ah, it's you. The mascot of my ill fortunes. Much as I'd love to chat, I'm not allowed social breaks. I came down here looking for Wulbren. I suspected he and his little friends might have come to this region. And I was right. But I was too late. Wulbren had already been taken to Moonrise Towers. The rest, put to work. You won't find a worse gaggle of ne'er-do-wells than these Iron Hand gnomes. Except for Wulbren, desperate though his taste in companions might be. As I was contemplating his folly, I was spotted by a very ugly Duergar. Now, I dig. It isn't good. Dig. And hope for an opportunity to escape. These brutes are no mere goblins. I doubt you could take them on. You will. If you are successful, that would be most convenient.
Beldron's still trapped! Find Philomeen and get that smoke powder!
No, it can't be. I told you, Lungbug!
Larida, I'm so sorry. Truly. Please, my Beldron is still trapped. Blow that wall open, I'm begging you.
As you near the rubble, a fragmented voice clutches at your mind.
True soul. True soul. Finally. We must clear rubble. Spilling poison. Expedition. Passage trapped. Gnomes useless. Don't trust Burgs. Get me out!
The view through Nere's eyes is a blur. You only make out a bit of rubble and few moving figures. The blur resolves into an image. Two gnomes feverishly removing debris, while two others lie dead at Nere's feet, their flesh scorched by powerful magic. You sense Nere's frustration, tinged with rage, as the connection fades.
Got some nerve. Clean up this mess. Nere dies, heads roll. And
Choking! Dig out of here!
You sense Nere's frustration, tinged with rage, as the connection fades.
Finally.
Baldur, can you hear me? Baldur!
You toil. And for what?
Finally! Worthless slaves! Your incompetence has been my ruin! Nere does not fail.
You care for the weak, true soul. Most curious. The Absolute demands their slaughter. Yet, here you stand, in bold defiance. A test, yes, you must be. The Absolute bade you to try Nere's faith. Thryn, carve out his heart and serve it to the Rothe. If he indeed is a true soul, let the Absolute save him. Insufferable, insolent scum. I'm going to enjoy this.
Duergar, this true soul has betrayed us. Let his blood prove your devotion.
No time to rest.
The decaying corpse lies before you. The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body. object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems, though no light flickers within.
Is this the moon lantern we've heard so much about?
A thick layer of dust coats the bottom of the lantern.
Broken. So much for protection from the shadow curse.
This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death. You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but magic.
No. No, no, no.
I'm here. Baldur! I was so worried! Did Nere hurt you?
No, I'm all right. Did the sergeant hurt you?
Oh, who cares? We're together now, thank Iron Hand.
We ought to thank someone a little closer by, I think.
Gaurdian Iron Hand you may not be, but you damn well fight like him.
I'm grateful, don't mistake me, but why help us? You're one of them, aren't you? Glittering gods! I should have known that one was too damn stubborn to die. Here. The Iron Hand gnomes honor their debts. With Wulbren gone, that falls to me.
Make it quick. We need to find Wulbren. Now!
You're a little late, Barkus, my lad. He's already been sent to Moonrise Towers. We were just slave hands to the cult, but not Wulbren. He knows things. Things they want to know, too.
What has he gotten himself mixed up in now?
How did you... Well, you're a sharp one. Most still believe it's a fairy tale. I know I did, once. But not Wulbren. He bloody found it. A small cache buried down here with a manuscript. He just made sense of the formula when the cult jumped us, so he burned the damn thing. If there's a single copy left, it's sitting in his head. Those absolutists pull it out and make rune powder, they could flatten the whole of the Sword Coast. Not long enough. My people can barely stand, and we have business back in the city. That business is what sent us after the powder to begin with. Now, we'll have to make other arrangements.
And just like that, you'd leave Wulbren behind. I knew you lot were foolish, but I didn't know you were cruel.
If you knew half as much as you think, my lad, Wulbren might have kept you around. He'd admire your resolve and your optimism. My people will find somewhere to regroup across the lake, then onto the city. If you find yourself in Baldur's Gate, seek us out. We'll raise a glass to Wulbren together.
Did they suffer?
It was over in a flash. No, they're at peace now.
Well, you did it. Free. Yes. As you know, some of the Iron Hand gnomes, my friend Wulbren among them, have been taken prisoner in Moonrise Towers. They're not even going after him. I wish I were surprised. And so, to Moonrise Towers I go. Their fight has little to do with freedom and everything to do with power. I told Wulbren not to go near them. But did he listen? He did not. Certainly not. In case you haven't been paying attention, my friend has been taken captive. He needs me. Ha! I was unlucky twice. The odds of it happening again are very slim. Then again, a small rest might be prudent. Give me time to think. Fine. Show me where to go, and I'll try my luck. I'll have a better chance of rescuing Wulbren if I'm at my best. And, thank you.
No need for me to ask how you fared. Some of my kin have already made it here, safe and sound.
It's past time we were back in the city.
But if you find yourself there, call on us. The Iron Hand gnomes are good friends to have.
I heard about Wulbren.
But the cause is bigger than any one of us. You've made sure his work is done, even if he's not there to see it. He'd be grateful.
Peacebringer, be at home. The Drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter. As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
I don't know half of what they're saying, but at least they're peaceful.
New sounds through the Underdark oppression break. Is it the foe? Her foul, contemptuous heel? And unbeknownst to command by fools that would intrude. Now steel shall ring, we false tongue will speak no more. I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared? These are fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Omeluum turns away to prepare the potion, lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
The potion is disgusting beyond description. The only mercy is that it goes down quickly.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber. Dark holes bite at the edges of your vision, but the void cannot draw you in. The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it means to hollow out your skull. The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power, more power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omeluum, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling. Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to this being than mere stasis. Indeed. Although I may have another solution, albeit a temporary one. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn? A fascinating topic indeed. What can you tell me? What a brilliant experience. To feel one step closer to my ancestors is a fine gift indeed. Here, it is yours. May it serve you as well as it has served me.
To deal with this abomination, nigh unthinkable. Yet even Vlaakith herself could not deny the ring's merit.
Of course, the lava remains. Be ever vigilant of its growth.
Have you spoken with Skris lately?
What can I do for you?
I don't know how.
All's well, I hope. I was going to say the very same thing. As soon as I worked up my courage a little. I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. And that was before the kiss. I hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship we'll be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well. Very serious of you. But go ahead. Always good when I'm with you. I was. He mentioned Dark Justiciars, and we've come across other signs of a Sharan presence during our travels. I'm not sure I can dismiss that as a coincidence.
How is your
Same as our sides.
personal research progressing?
Not well.
At the ready.
I thank you for the invitation to your camp. It's, well appointed, not too crowded, perfect for thinking. And I've been doing just that. It's about Wulbren. We know he's been taken to Moonrise Towers, and we know I'm going to save him. The problem is this: a preponderance of evidence that I am a terrible adventurer. I'm not sure I should trust Wulbren's fate to, well, me. You've done so much already. I'm hesitant to prevail upon you again, but I can't risk recapture. I barely escaped last time. You'd do it then. You'd look for him. That's very decent of you. Thank you. There's something else you should know. Something I can no longer ignore. I know you've learned about the gnome's pursuit of rune powder, but do you know what it truly is? Until very recently, I thought rune powder was a myth. A substance so powerful it could fell a city. A nation. The Iron Hand gnomes have proven the impossible. Rune powder is real, and they have it in their possession. Destruction. The only thing it's good for. But destruction of what? Well, I'm hoping Wulbren will be able to tell us. I shouldn't have let him drift away. Shouldn't have let that lot get their claws into him. Now more than ever, I need to find him. We need to find him. He's the only one I might be able to speak to sensibly. I'd kiss you, but neither of us deserve that. Thank you. I haven't been there myself. The area around it is, well, cursed. Terrifyingly so. I did hear something interesting, though. There are shades that plague the path to the towers. Shades that fear not steel, but light. Duergar, who mentioned it, sounded truly traumatized. It was almost amusing. Like what? I suppose I'd be very, very sad. Then, after a while, I'd find whoever killed him and put a smoke powder bomb in their trousers. Alchemist, tinkerer, adventurer, curmudgeon. I wear many hats, most with great enthusiasm. Thank you for noticing. Barkus Root is my name. Baldur's Gate is my home. Back in the city, I offered my expertise to the highest bidder. I was quite popular, too. I'm not picky about my customers.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle. The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
Are you certain? We're nearly there. As you wish. But when your skin starts to peel away, remember Volo offered to help.
I came just in time. You are transforming. Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you. We haven't much time, so listen closely.
great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. For the fate of Faerûn, a fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. I promise.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
I've never killed anyone. Well, not for food. I feed on animals, boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. But it's not enough. Not if I have to fight. I feel so weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
What's this? What's happening?
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. His mind opens up, revealing cracked and quivering memories. At their heart, you see dark eyes commanding you to feed. You open your mouth and bite down, not into a tender neck, but into the twisting body of a rat, the only thing your master lets you eat.
Yes, I ate whatever disgusting vermin my master picked, so you can see why I'm slow to trust you. But I do trust you. And you can trust me. Thank you. Do you think you could trust me just a little further? I only need a taste. I swear. Of course. I shall be gentle as a babe. Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
It's like a shard of ice into your neck, a quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
Hmm? Oh, of course. That was amazing. My mind is finally clear. I feel strong. I feel happy. Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling. This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he stalks off, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
Good morning. How do you feel? It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn, like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers. Oh no. I should be cinders in this light. I hadn't seen the sun for 200 years before we crashed here. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time. You're such a sweetheart. I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
A vampire? Well, that explains the pallor. Given our group's nature, I don't see much harm. We're each monsters in the making, after all.
Oh, and a quick word of warning, Astarion. I taste absolutely awful. Keep your distance.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty, to work together as a team.
You say all the right words, but I'm not so sure you mean the right things. Still, I will respect the decision that was made.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important. I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior. head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable. I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. For this, I hope my time will yet come.
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important. We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. The way you got Korga to release the girl. In short, I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside. Oh, staffs, tomes, cowls, the form doesn't matter, so long as it's brimming with weave. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's time. And by that I mean, it's imperative that I find and consume strands of weave at the earliest possible juncture. We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. Know for yourself how hard-won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger. There'll be danger involved, or great cost. Splendid. Bit of boldness will serve us well. As luck would have it, you're already primed to give me exactly what I need. I will consume the magic inside. What was a powerful artifact will be rendered no more than a trinket, but it will save my life. Even if only temporarily. Of course. I would hate for you to think me impatient or ungrateful. I shall persevere, for now. One step in front of the other, Gale.